Alright, so now what we need to do now is to, you can see the second one. Let us create the second one. So what we can do now is to click on all of this, right? We do not want to start creating afresh again. So we can, since they are most likely the same thing, so what we can do is to click here, hold down shift, click on this other element, and also click on this, and then we can duplicate. See that we duplicate, or we hold down alt and drag. Well, now that we've duplicated, we just bring this one down here. Let's see the placement. Okay, it is on top of, almost on top of the character or the image. Let us adjust the image a bit. Right, okay, now we can bring this. So if you want to nudge any element a bit, you can just use your left arrow, any of your arrow keys. If you want to nudge it like double nudge it, you hold down shift and then you use your arrows. Now why am I nudging it like this? I want to also change the part, how it is arranged like in the original design up here, right? Okay, so let's try our best to keep everything like this. Increase this. Okay, maybe also take this down a bit. How is this? Yes. All right, so after we've done this, our next is to copy our next text. Copy the next text, and then let's duplicate this, right? Duplicate this, bring it down here, but we want this to be way smaller, so let's use something like 15. We also want to change the color and also use a lighter variation of the font, right? Let's say we use light, but we change it to white. So just copy paste our right up here. So let's see, you can see that the design is a bit to this side. So you just kind of like move things until they feel aligned and together with like the design that you are trying to go with, right? Might not be similar, but close to. So something like this. Let's try and increase it a bit. Take this here, increase again. You can see that the way our own image is being placed is most likely going to be quite different. So we align this, right? Also we align this because our own text here is more than what they have here. Also we can also increase or rather reduce the size of the text further. So it's just about tweaking things a bit, right? Tweaking things a bit so that they can actually fall in place. You tweak it until you are able to get either something similar or something close to, right? Something similar or something close to. Remember, we very much need our white space, right? So that our design can breathe. So it just takes tweaking things, shifting them so that you can get the right proportion for whatever thing that you want to do. Right? Or there are a lot of ways in which you can actually do this. So let's see if we can bring this here. If we bring this here, it loses that feel of like wrapping around our head. So we undo it, Ctrl Z, and then let's say okay, what we can also do again is to add other elements, right? So we can look for another, sorry about this. So we can look for another element, or we just duplicate this. When we duplicate this, we bring it down, reduce it like this so that it covers this place, right? Look at the position, send this to the back. Can change the color, to something thicker so that it's there, but it's as if it's not there. So now we can also change the rounded edge. You can see the rounded edge here. We can change it, click here so that it is more rounded, right? Or we can just leave it like this. Okay, let's see. This is just so we just leave it like this, so it is not that prominent. Yeah. So let's change the color. Would this green work? This is not the exact shade of green that's here. Let's see if this would work. Does this look good? I'm not sure. So let's well start again. I think our image might be where the problem is, but let's see how we can tweak things again so that we can get the right. So let's see, maybe we remove this shadow and see. Remove the shadow. Maybe we can add up the shadow later on. Okay, just take this down. And one thing I like with Canva is that it has guides that would guide you when you are actually, so that you can keep up with your alignment and the rest. So that's very good also. Let's see how this is done. Follow it. It is good. Let's select all of these designs and try to align them to the center and see. So as we copy them, we'll group them. As we've grouped them already, we'll come to position, arrange. You see here center. Put them at the center, put them at the middle, Then we click on our image here, position, and then we'll bring it forward, right? So maybe this, we can choose to increase the size of this, then this, reduce it. So ungroup this so that we can tweak this a bit. This, tweak, just reduce the size. So let me group this so that once I click any of them, I can take them as one group. Take this position, bring it forward, then we'll carry this like this, right? Okay, so maybe in our own design we might need to change up things a bit so that they can actually follow design principles, right? So maybe for our own, right, let's add an element. Look for an element. Let's see, let's add this, right? Well, let's make it go across, because the main text here cannot just be hidden like that. Then we can now expand this, maybe center align it, change this to one of the colors in our design, white. Then this, we change the color, right, to increase the font. Just tweaking things around, checking to see how they fit into your design. So now we can just bring it down here, right? Then most probably take this higher, then increase this, right? So I think this is a much better arrangement than trying to follow this, because this image orientation is quite different from what we have here, right? So the goal is to make sure that everything works well. There is harmony, there is proportion. You see, proportion is very important. That's the reason why I have been tweaking things here and there, right? So now that we have this, we would also take our details, right? Now for our details, you can see that we have this icon, this WhatsApp icon here. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we also have Google Play. Excuse me. So now what we can do is to go back to, or we can still stay at elements and then search phone icon. Now you see the graphics part. You can see that we have a lot of phone icons here. I like this particular blue ones, right? It's actually pro, but any of the ones that you choose, you can kind of like change the colors later and stuff. So I choose this one, I'll resize it. Right, I want all my information down here, so I resize it here. You can see that it's not agreeing to snap, so what I can do is just nudge it a bit. Maybe I'll just nudge it here a bit. Then I'll duplicate this text. Right, start duplicating it. I'll come here, change it to light. Then I'll copy my phone number, Ctrl C, copy it, then I'll paste it here. So I'll just bring it down here, nudge it a bit so that it's aligned with the icon. And then I can just shrink this text box like this. So I'll click on. So the next one that we need to do now, these are the colors on this particular icon, right? So we can choose to maybe make it green, right? Green works also. Then the next icon is Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Yes, or we can just use Twitter, Instagram, whichever one. If we search here also, let's say we search for Instagram icon. Now we can see here also. Let's choose this one because it will give us the chance of changing the color, right? Give us a chance of changing the color. So we can just click here, and then we'll reduce it again. Reduce it to make sure that it is in line. You can see those guides are helping us. Then we can change the color. We duplicate this. Duplicate this, take two of them and give them white space a bit. Now I want to align both of them. You come here to position, arrange, middle. Now you see they just aligned together. Let's see. So now I want to use like one username, elevate_media. So just increase this. We nudge it a bit because we need to add other ones also, like let's say let's add X, Twitter. So you see now that it has like the X. Let's look for the main X logo, the main X icon. Okay, see here now that we have this one, we have this one. So click on this, scale it, bring it down, put it side by side with this one, and make sure that they are of the same height. Then we can change the color to fit, right? Then what again? Which other one? Okay, Instagram. Okay, we've done Instagram. LinkedIn. Okay, we have this black one here. Pick it, scale it down, bring it here, nudge this far a bit, and bring this here so that it is in line. Change the color. Now what we will do is to select all three of them, come to position, and make sure they are middle aligned, right? So once we are done with that, you can see that they are on the same line. Then we nudge back our elevate, click on all the elements, then try to nudge them. So since this is also green, let's change this text also to green so that it matches. Then we can just put it here. You can see that it has given me, but now we need to center align all of this, right? So we just group them, come down to position, center align them so that they're actually in the center. So I'm also still thinking, right? Design is evolving, is ever evolving. So we need to tweak this there, tweak this here. Let's see what other thing we can do with our design. Take it forward. Okay, let's see. Why don't we bring it like this? Bring this one like this. Then we'll still bring this here. So just kind of like tweak things until it looks right in your eyes. I might want to delete this, all of this, so that I'll duplicate this. And I'll take the second one. Elevate your tag. On group, increase this so that it matches the first one. Take this, nudge them a bit. So now you can kind of see that, okay, our design is actually coming. It's actually looking much better, right? Remember, we are not copying it verbatim. We are actually using it as inspiration, right? So we have copied this one. Let's change the text. I want to do something different with this one. On group here, let's change it. I want to change everything to white. White. So that I can change this to like a darker color, so that it still gives it that sophistication looking for. Where's that color now? Is it this? Okay. Yeah. So you can see now that this is a bit more structured, it has more harmony than what we were trying to do, right? Now the last thing that we need to incorporate is get it on Google Play. So let's look for our Google Play. Let's type on let's try and see get on Google Play. Okay, it doesn't have it. Let's just we'll say Play Store. Okay, let's try and go to our brand fetch and see what brand fetch can do for us. Search for it here. Brand fetch. Then Google Play. Alright, so I think we have it. Brand fetch has the logo. You can see it has this one. So just click on this. Then we get the logo. You can choose to add it here, or let's add it here. Let's see. Then we type our own out. Let's say we want our own to have white, right? This black overlay here, we use white. White. Okay, just align it here. Then we take it to the back, and you can see that it just blends. Then let's use this text. Duplicate. Let's use the darker shade of blue that we have. Then we'll write get it on. Let's reduce that a little bit. I think this is fine. Then we'll duplicate this, increase it, Google Play, right? Let's round the corners. So now you can see that our design is basically done, right? Let's try and add this shadow at the back and see how it comes out. Let's look for a suitable one. Like this. Maybe reduce the intensity. Maybe change the color for something that's is in line with blue. So now this is our design, right? We've been able to create all of these designs within Canva using artificial intelligence, making sure that our design is actually good and fine, right? So that now you can see this is going to be far better than what AI would actually help you create, right? So if we now want to spice things up, maybe for the background we don't want it to be that plain, maybe we can do a couple of, like you see this circles here, this one here. Let's try that. So we bring in a circle, we increase the size, right? We increase the size, we duplicate it, kind of like bring something like this here, then we take both of them and bring them down. Then we change the color so that it kind of like blends, maybe something light. Then we reduce the opacity so that it shows a little bit. You can just tweak it, so that you get that depth. Right, so let's see if we can add one here also. Let's change the color. Increase this. Position. Now we want to take it to the back here. So we just bring it down here, right? Reduce the opacity. So that we have something, something nice. This would not work. Yeah, maybe reduce the opacity a little bit. That's why I always say that you need to look at good designs whenever you want to do any good design, right? So now you're done with this. You've designed the client's social media design. Believe me, for the first time it might take you time like this, right? It will take you time definitely, but as you keep getting better at it, you already know the design idea that you want, and then quickly you'll be able to sort out things, and before you know, you are doing like 30 designs. You are doing 30 designs for clients in a month. You are a pro at it, right? The most important thing is to continue being better at it. So now we want to export our work. What we are going to do is that we do not need this design again, right? So we'll just come here, delete this page, and we'll have our original page here, right? So what we do is to come to the top right. We can also rename our content at the top right corner there, so that we know what we are doing, right? So that we know that, okay, this is what the client wants, and this is this particular design. So we can just say week 1, grow your brand, right? So then we now choose share. That's now it's time for us to export. We choose share, we click on download. That's giving us PNG. You can choose PNG, you can choose JPEG, whichever one you want. Then you just leave all of these settings as is, as they are, right? Then you click on download. You click on download. It will tell you where do you want your downloads to be. I want it to be in downloads, and then that is it. My design is already in my phone or in my laptop, and then I can share to the client, right? So this brings us to the end of our design with AI side hustle. This brings us to the end of the second module, whereby we use design for our AI hustle, right? In the next module, we're going to be going into something different, right? But this design foundation kind of gives you a better building ground for other skills, even video editing. If you're a designer and you edit your videos, people will eventually know because of how you put your alignments, how you balance things, how your proportion is, right? So make sure you watch this video to the end. And as we've come to the end of this video, let us be sure to use everything that we've learned, right? Again, if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the community. There are going to be people there that will help you, right, to answer your questions. If I am not available, there are going to be people there to help you answer your questions and whatnot, guys. So thank you very much, and see you in the next module.